السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله، الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Today's topic about the magic symptoms. We had to talk about this topic because there is a lot of things that it happens around us and we don't really pay attention sometimes. Sometimes we get sick, sometimes our habits change and we don't know why. And sometimes the way we behave with no reason, the way we approach the people, or sometimes the way we understand the people, unintentionally. Islam always asks us to give chance to the others to explain themselves. Sometimes you can see somebody's really angry and you don't know why. And you will consider this person he has a very bad attitude. Always give an excuse to them, because the same thing could happen to them, it could happen to you, it could happen to anyone else. And sometimes they have certain symptoms appears on them. What do I mean by that? If you see a person, you know how he acts and you know his habits. One day he changed totally, completely to somebody else. And then you will start talking about this person. This person was a good person. What happened to him? What changed him? Well, today sometimes we need to know a certain thing in our life. And one of those things is to understand what is the magic. The magic, it is there in Islam and we know about it. Magic was there since before, and it was since the Prophet Moses alayhi salam. Allah Azza wa Jal, he sent Musa alayhi salam to challenge the Pharaoh with the group or the tribe or the people who were supporting the Pharaoh with the magic, and Pharaoh, he's the one who taught them the magic, and this is written in the Quran. أنا كبيركم الذي علمكم السحر. I'm the one who taught you how to do the magic. So it was there since before. And also when we read Surah Al-Falaq, قل هو الله قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق من شر غاسق إذا وقب من شر النفاثات في العقد. So this is النفاثات في العقد. It talks about the magic, with the people who does magic. And also with the hasad. Also a hasad, it can occur on the person, and the person also can be affected with this hasad. So let us take something just to give you a clue about the magic. The magic, actually, it is divided. They call it the white magic, this is how they call it, or the black magic. There is the upper magic and the lower magic. With all these names has no even, it doesn't matter what is what. It's all wrong. It's not allowed in Islam to do such a kind of thing. It is all kufr. In Islam, this is kufr. A believer who believes in Allah and ashhadu an la ilaha illallah shall not go through this path. And the bad news about it is most of them sometimes, they fall into this kind of things with their knowledge or without their knowledge, whether Muslims or non-Muslims. And especially when your aqeedah, your iman and your faith, it is weak, And if you don't know what is your aqidah, you will fall into a lot of shirk. That's why we took about the Tawheed and the philosophies. If we understood the Tawheed and the philosophies and we know how it has been generated, we can understand now how those people are affected or very easy to be affected with any kind of philosophy from outside. So let us start and explain a little bit about this magic. The white magic. They're saying, pretending, and giving a very nice titles for that. They say this magic, that it has good in it, and it keeps the people together, loved, especially the husband and wife. And this is in Arabic, it's called atiwala, and this is not allowed. This is kind of a shirk. In Tawheed, the book of Tawheed, even you can open in the book of Salih al-Fawzan or Muhammad Abdul Wahhab in Kitab al-Tawheed, you will find this is a tiwala. It's not allowed. This is forbidden. And it was there since the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, when he came and he called for Islam. He told them this is not allowed. So this atiwala, since those days, people, they were using it to make the two couples love each other more. This is what they pretend. To be accepted, or to bring a husband, or to do a lot of things, desires, to show they're really well-known people, to finish their own issues. This is called white magic, meaning they want to say we're not harming anyone. We are doing a good job. And you can find those people around us and they will try to manipulate with the words, and this is not allowed in Islam. Magic is magic, because into that you have to do something bad to create that. You don't do it just by words. You will have to use something, whether you will use your Quran, you will use your family, you use something forbidden. They will ask you to do that. It shall be accepted to be done. This is where we have to be careful. We shall not follow the devil's steps. And there is another kind of magic, is called the black magic. This black magic, it means they want to separate the two people, like the husband and wife, they're separating them. And also to connect people. And also sometimes there's a magic which it can keeps you away from the marriage, like you don't stand your husband, you don't like your husband for no reason. You don't like working, you used to like to work. I mean, you like your work and suddenly you don't like your work anymore. Study to make you not able to study. This is a black magic. To make you sick and you're not sick. You want to kill yourself, or to make the person really goes insane. It has a lot of things under it. This is the black magic. And there's another one, it's called the upper magic. The upper magic, they're using a clean material and it doesn't depend on the dirty things to create this magic. For example, they're using saffron, a glue, rose water, the musk, and sometimes they're using candles. So this is like the clean one. Why? Because it doesn't keep anything on the body. And also the upper one, it doesn't show obviously if they did the magic. Why? Because it doesn't show that you're not, it doesn't keep you away from the prayers and worshiping Allah Azza wa Jal. So it doesn't that much. It's just like clean. This is what they call the upper one. Okay. by using those items. Like it doesn't show obviously on the person. We'll see them normal, like he does his prayers, he does everything normal, but actually he's affected. And there is another one, this is called the lower magic. This is all magic that it has been used with the dirty things, whether it is written or a combination of something, or sometimes they're bringing the male liquid, the things that it comes from the private parts, or sometimes they take from the period of the woman. That's why sometimes you need to be careful when you dump your things. You need to take care where do you keep your things. And sometimes they're using the blood of slaughtering an animal, and that blood is it is used for a certain reason. It is not halal to Allah, and it wasn't slaughtered for Allah or the sake of Allah. That's why we need to be careful always in doing shirk. You shall not do a shirk. If you're gonna slaughter something not for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, of course, it's not a proper way. Allah Azza wa Jal, He's asking us to slaughter in His name. But if you didn't slaughter for His name, this is also they using it for the magic. And sometimes they're using the dirt that it comes from the human from behind, or maybe a urine, or maybe the organs of the animals. This is the lower magic. And it has a lot of things, and it has its own qualification. I mean the results which it occurs on the human. The person will feel like he's very heavy in his body, and it makes the person doesn't want to do any kind of worship, and he doesn't want to worship Allah. He feels really heavy. He cannot pray, he cannot read the Quran, he cannot do anything that he would like to do. And all these kind of things which we described, it is like item by item, but sometimes some of them, I mean, the upper, the lower, and this is separated, but some of them, they're combining them together. Like they combine this, and it's the combination of everything. Okay. So how do they do that? Usually, if the person is intending to do a magic, he shall do a kind of things. And there are 6 things, 6 pillars they have to do this magic. One of them is this, the person who does magic, he needs to get a little bit closer to the devil world, like to slaughter for them, to be humble to them, to request them, to ask permission from them. They're bringing certain items for them, candles, maybe henna, milk, sugar. And it depends, it depends on the jinn by himself. And actually to whom they are sending this. For example, if this person, he is really a religious person, they have to do extra and extra, because they cannot enter to this person very easily. Because they come with the result or the report, they say, this guy, we cannot. 1, 2, 3, we need to do extra. And some of them, they're very easy to be attacked. That's why you need to take care of your prayer, your dua, your ruqya, and a lot of things, your supplication, morning and evening supplication, which you need to take care of it. And sometimes they do take things from the person they want to do magic on them. The second one, the second pillar, is to bring something that it belongs to this person, which they want to do the magic, whether it is his clothes, his hair, the nails. And they will start writing. The third pillar is they write something for, like, there is a symbols, things like that. A kind of rites, they do that. And this is being taught by the devils to the human to do that. It's not just by himself he will know about it. It has been taught by them, because when they slaughter in the name, not in the name of Allah, they're calling them to come. And there's a certain things they need to do that to bring them, to teach them what to do. And there's another pillar, is number 4, is to have the intention, and they will be swearing, and they will be swearing on the devils that they're gonna serve those jinn or those devils, and they have to follow them. And also the 5th pillar, I would say, they will have a servant. This servant, they're using him to enter to this person's house, to bring items, to do things, or to enter to this body, the body of the person, to harm them. And each part of this has a lot of categories that it comes under it. And also another one, the last one, we could say it is the material of the magic. They're mixing all this kind of, wherever they brought and they gathered, they mix them together, and they write things, a words to this person. And it has, like, for example, left and right, always 2 sides. Sometimes they put something inside the food, or maybe they will come and spray on front of the person's house. Sometimes these items are, they hide it under the sand, or maybe they take it and they put it on top of something. Or sometimes they're taking these kind of things, wal-iyadu billah, they put it inside the graves. Or surrounding, like if the person is inside the house or is in the office, they take these things wherever they mixed it and they put it surround this person. So these are the main pillars which they do. And nothing can occur on you or anybody else unless Allah Azza wa Jal, He allows that to happen. If Allah Azza wa Jal didn't allow that to happen, it will never happen. As Allah Azza wa Jal, He said, وَمَا هُمْ بِضَارِّينَ بِهِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. So we stop here, inshallah. Then, inshallah, for the coming lecture, we'll talk about the type of the magic. There is the sand, there is the water, and there is the air, and there is the fire. Barakallahu fikum wa jazakumullahu khayran.